Today wouldn't be a day without a challenge. What can I say? I have some exciting news, but before I tell you about some really exciting and interesting news what's happening in the world, let me introduce you my amazing friend who is a very inspirational speaker, but he is also very motivational and very successful businessman all the way in Albania. My dear friend, Eglent Bici. How are you today?
I'm super good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Let me just share with you where I am. So I'm at the airport.
Nice.
I was supposed to fly, but I can't fly, but it's a long story. It's fine, but we are going live because we're supposed to be live delivering value. And it's all about commitment. It's all about doing whatever it takes. That's why we are live here.
And that's what we are doing.
Pardon?
That's what we are doing.
Exactly. That's the whole thing. I mean, when you start a business, it's always a bit challenging, right? Because you don't know how to do it and you always had somebody holding your hand, helping you with everything. But right now, I literally experienced what means being in the beginning of the business when you learn about yourself and when you learn about the business at the same time. Okay, I didn't want to learn that much about the airport, but it was just a chaotic situation. So, Eglent, I wonder, what made you so successful in various industries where you're working and also in life?
I think each and every one of us is successful in their own way. The thing is, first of all, we have to decide what do we want from life. And most of the times life is not fair and will not give it what we want, what we think we deserve, what we think we are entitled. So what we are supposed to do, I believe, as human beings, we have to strive for better. We have to strive for more. We have to work hard. We have to learn. We have to become better every single day than the day before. And if we do that, we are successful in life, we are successful in business, because success is a term which each and every one of us can seize it from a different point of view. Anyone can be successful at whatever they do if they do it with passion, with love, if they want to do it. We either do what we love or we love what we do. If we stay in the middle, we are going nowhere. And that's what I think each and every one of us should do. Now, from someone else's perspective, I may not be successful. From my perspective, I'm successful. From another person's perspective, I may be super successful. Because it depends where each and every one of us is in our lives. If we are really, really in a top position, then whoever is below us, we see them as, okay, they are working hard, that's okay, but I'm up there. This is wrong. But still, that's how we think. If we are below some other people, we see them as successful. If we look at our life, my life, where I am now, probably not even 2 years ago, I'd be striving, thinking, yes, I'll be there, I'll do it. Now, I think, well, I can go even further, I can do even more, I can be even more. So success is relative to where we are in life and what we want. That's what I think.
I like it. And I love the way how you say that success can be measured from different people in different ways. This is so true. What means successful to you might not mean to me. And it's not about running after what everybody else says is success, but what success means to you. I love that. But you know what I also love? I love the fact that you were actually successful at different countries. Because right now you're all the way in Albania, but you also were in the UK. Is it right?
Yes.
That's right. And I wonder, everybody else who's joining us today, first of all, can you hear both of us really clearly? Because somebody says your sound isn't clear. So I wonder if it is just me. Let me show you where I am, because right now I'm at the airport. So that's the result why the sound is not really clear. I'm not in a soundproof room. and I was just about to fly. But again, it's about commitment and going live no matter what, right?
Yeah.
So please let us know if you can hear us, both of us, because I'll be muting myself as Eglent will be speaking. But Eglent, could you please tell us more about your journey in the UK, of your success ladder, what you were doing here? Share with people your lessons here, and what actually did you take all the way back to Albania?
For every one of us, I mean, the road is different. In 1999, in August 1999, I arrived in UK with a lorry as a refugee. I mean, I was inside of a lorry. Why? Because I wanted, I mean, I was 21 and a bit years old at the time. So I was looking for something new, for something challenging, to do something with my life, to go somewhere. We came after a civil war in Albania at the time, so 1997, 1998 were really, really very difficult years. I mean, everyone had guns, everyone was shooting everywhere. I mean, it was like the films, like things we see in the movies. So it was, when I think about it now, it seems like a dream, a bad dream, a nightmare. It wasn't, it was real, and it was happening for real. You couldn't go on the streets, you stay locked, like we are now, but we can walk now. You stay locked inside and probably hidden behind, not close to the windows, because bullets were flying everywhere. Even if I lived in the capital city, I mean, I live in Tirana. Imagine what was happening in the outskirts of Albania at the time. But everything happens for a reason. So because of that, I decided to do something with my life, and I had in 1999 a Schengen visa, so I could go. I went for studies Italian, to study Italian in Turin, in Italy, and from there, after I finished my course, which was something like nearly 2 months, and we decided with friends to go to UK. Let's go to UK, and we went in Belgium, stayed for a few days in Belgium, and started going into lorries who went to UK. We arrived in Dover. And from there we stayed for a couple of days in a camp, a refugee camp. And from there they sent us to Hastings, which is southeast of UK. And of course, at the beginning we were in a hotel where all the refugees were from everywhere. And I don't know, I started to ask more for myself. I started to study at Hastings College, and then started work. I started doing at the beginning in a food factory. It was called High Grade Foods. What we were doing, it was September, beginning of September, and we were doing sausage rolls and cheese rolls for Christmas time. And it was a very nice experience because we were something like 140 people with a conveyor belt. In only probably, if I measure it now, something like 150 square meters of place. So we were packed. I mean, I was here, and the other person was sitting right next to me. We had the conveyor belt in front of us. We'd roll the sausages with the bacon or with cheese. I mean, bacon with cheese. Put them in trays, and trays would go down the conveyor belt, and the person would collect them. They would put them through a machine. They'd be wrapped with and put them in the freezer. It was a fantastic experience. And then I started doing loads of different works. There was a time when I was doing 3 works at the same time, 3 jobs. I mean, I was working in a factory. I was working in a nursing home for the weekend. I mean, Friday and Saturday. And then Saturday afternoon and Sunday, I was working in a fish and chips shop from an Iranian guy. I forgot his name now. It was very funny because he was very harsh with the waitresses and waiters. So I started as a helping person in the kitchen, and at once he was sort of harsh with me. And I stood up to him and I said, "Look, man, if you want me to do it, then I'll do it what you tell me to do. If you don't want, please tell me you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things, whatever, and I'll do them. Don't ask me to do 15, 20, 25, whenever you want." And it was funny because most of the waiters and people who were working there, most of the people working in the kitchen, they were originally from Iran, most of them without papers, which he kept, and they were putting their head down, so they had to do whatever he told them to do. But I didn't care. I already had 2 jobs. I was doing it for some extra cash to help myself, to save some money, and to help my family in Albania. And it was really nice. You know what? This is the first time I'm talking about this live. I mean, I'm talking to my friends because no one has asked me. So, not that I'm hiding something. That's my life. And I'm I'm happy for every single moment because every single thing that I've done have helped me grow, have made me push myself to the next level, to to get the better out of me. Yes, there are struggles, but that's okay. There is no way any one of us can grow if everything goes fine. We grow in these difficult moments. Now that you are doing this live at the airport with the noise on the background, that's how you grow. That's how you have decided, I don't give a damn. Where am I? I have decided I'm going to deliver to these people, to my channel, to the people that follow me. So I'll do it wherever I am. We had problems at the beginning with the microphone and somehow, for whatever reason, it wasn't working. So we moved things, switched off computers, tried again, and finally it works. Why? Because you have decided to do it whatever it takes. And that's what I think and believe everyone should do. Because at the end of the day, when we are all going to die, that's for sure. If there is anyone who thinks, no, I'm going to live forever. Oh, come on, man, wake up. You are going to die. We are all going to die. But what we will remember when we are at our deathbed is the experiences we've had, the challenges we had, the the things we loved and we did them or we tried, the heartaches we've had, the failures we have gone through. That's what we are going to remember. No one of us is going to remember, the so easy things that we do in life. No one is going to remember. So that was a very nice challenge, but I cherish every single moment I live in UK because it has helped me become who I am today. If I hadn't gone through those things, probably I'd be, whenever something happens, I'd say, okay, I won't try it again. No, I'll try it again and again and again until I get destroyed, get killed, or die. That's what I think helps me become better, feel good, grow, yes, get hurt. That's okay, that's fine.
I love that. And I must say, that's the reason why I'm really, really valuing as my dear friend. And what a surprise, you're a motivational speaker, because to have such a journey from those sausage rolls to right now inspiring people. And I know that you actually have the name, the Albanian Tony Robbins. Is it right?
No, some people call me, but that's okay. I love Tony though. He's my wife knows it as well, so it's okay.
Yeah.
But
it's quite funny how the strength you have within yourself, the unstoppability you have within yourself, the drive and the motivation you have is just shining through you. Literally, you just honestly, when you speak with so much passion. And I love that because that's who I am as well. And you're right. You have to have a mindset of doing things no matter what. Literally, you're right. We had issue with the microphone. I'm all the way in the airport, sitting here on the wall. But we're doing it, right? And it's about commitment. It's about commitment. It's about doing it whatever it takes. So when people talk about, I would like to find myself, I would like to start a business, I always say, in that case, apply one important thing. Don't stop until you feel you reach the destination. My destination is not your destination. We all have different destinations, but go. Push, crawl, run, fly until you reach the destination. Ah, I love your passion. We probably could talk
Thank
for
you.
hours. That's amazing. But Eglent, I wonder how exactly Tony Robbins impacted your life, because you went all the way to UPW, but then you went again. Why would you go twice? I mean, I know the reason why, because you can have never enough of Tony, right? You can always want and have more Tony because he's just so addictive. But could you please tell our audience, why did you go twice and how exactly your life was changed because of this event?
I have been following Tony for more than 10 years now, and to be honest with you, I always thought about going to a live event. At the beginning, I was a bit skeptical because we all go through different journeys. And yes, my first book of self-development was Rich Dad Poor Dad from Robert Kiyosaki in 2003. And then I went to read Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill, and then The Secret, and then I ended up with Awaken the Giant Within from Tony Robbins, probably in 2004, 2005. At the beginning, I read it, and it's, of course, I read a few books, and I thought, could it work? Could it not work? I don't know, I'm not sure. When I was in UK, I think Success Resources had just was starting to work with Tony at the time, in 2005, 2006. So I didn't know there were events happening in UK at the time, because if I did, I would have pushed myself to go. I couldn't travel because I didn't have the travel documents. I couldn't travel elsewhere, like in US, for example. And when I came over, one of the things I wanted to do was to go to one of these live events. And in 2016, when I was traveling to US for a global conference of Century 21, where I was working at the time, I said, I won't miss it for whatever to go to an event of Tony Robbins. And it happened to be, everything happens for a reason. It happened to be that very close to those days, probably only with a 4-day difference, there was a UPW at West Palm Beach in Florida. So I said, yes, I got to be there. And I booked the ticket, I booked the flight, I booked everything to go 14 days before the event that was in Florida for Century 21. And what happened there? The first day was out of this world. I mean, for me anyway. You are in a room with 9,000, 10,000 people. I mean, you know the energy. And I thought, what the hell? Is it happening for real? I mean, am I dreaming? All these things going on, etc. And it was freezing cold. I didn't know it was going to be that cold. It was March 2016. And I had a jumper, but it was still very cold. So the first day I got froze to death. So yes, I got something, but I was too cold to get what I need to get for real. So the second day I had worn so many clothes, I had to take some off. But I started going in the mood. And everything went with the flow very nicely. And you know what I did on the fourth day? On the fourth day of the event, I decided I'm not going to eat any meat or any dairy because Tony said so. And my last meat dish was a KFC bucket, a huge bucket of KFC in Miami, the fourth day of the event. And since then, it's 4 years and a bit now, and a half, 4 months, whatever. I've had no meat whatsoever and no dairy except for real proper yogurt. And it changed. I mean, at the time I was, nearly 100 kilos. I'm 84 now. I haven't done any diets or anything. And only because of the way I decided to eat. And of course, if you don't eat that sort of stuff, you are going to eat fruits and veg. So I can do now 55 push-ups non-stop. And I haven't done that for probably since I was in the army, 1995, 1996. I'm doing every day push-ups in the morning, push-ups in the evening. So I'm doing nearly 200 push-ups every single day. And all these came from what Tony, in a way or another, impacted me. I mean, I'm talking about physical me. Because what she says at the triad, first of all, is physiology, which is the bottom of the triad. And then you have the other angle, which you have to look at, is focus and then words. So if physically you feel good, you feel fantastic, then you can handle whatever comes along. If you don't feel good with you, with your body, with your mind, with your health, there is no way you can get out there and deal with whatever comes to you, because whatever we do in life, there are going to happen things to us. Now, why? Because they are going to happen. It doesn't matter for what. They just happen. It's not our fault. It's not my fault. It's not your fault. It's not anybody's fault. Life happens. And sometimes shit happens in life. And if we get in shit, we have to try and get out of there. There is nothing you can do unless you decide to give up and you stay in shit. Excuse my language, but sometimes we have to be real. That's what happens. And if we think about living our life and getting the best out of it, we are going to face these sort of situations as well. And that's what you said. I've gone once or twice at UVW. I mean, me. I've gone 5 times. 3 times as participant and twice as crew. And I've been 3 times at Business Mastery, once as participant and two times as crew. And of course, I've done Date with Destiny. I mean, I would go at his events anytime. And I would suggest to anyone, whoever wants to do something in life and change the way they think, to go and try at least one event. Because if they try one, if they're really serious about taking themselves to the next level, they will be hooked. So there is no way they are going to leave it with one. That's what I think anyway. And then going at Olga's event, which is going to be a female Tony Robbins. Why not? Yes, Olga?
I realized I was muted. I love that. I love it. And you know what? I must honestly agree with you 120, probably 3,000%, because you can never have enough of that push and that drive. So you went to see Tony 5 times, and I completely with you, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I've seen him about 8 times live.
Nice.
But I was going to sleep with him and I was waking up with him. There were times when I was literally listening to him all the time, because every single word he says is just really transformational. And it just shows how what you have done with yourself as a result of going to an event is the way how to do it. How many people do we know who go to the event, or they buy a book, or they buy a course, they do the course, they read the book, they put on a shelf, and never applied in their lives? What you have done, you not only went there 5 times, crazy you, but you also transformed your life, because you applied everything what you had to apply. And this is truly inspirational. So I can 100% see how you self-discovered yourself as a motivational speaker, as a successful businessman, through motivation of Tony Robbins, through the knowledge of Tony Robbins. But you also mentioned, when we're discussing what we're going to talk about today, meditation. So how does meditation can help people to, successfully discover themselves, to understand themselves? Could you please tell more about that?
Yes. About 6 years ago, I found myself with Deepak Chopra book, and then Deepak Chopra. I involved with him it was an event, I think, or one of these get-togethers live, when he did the 21-day challenge. And since then, I got hooked with meditation as well. Why? Yes, I've tried lots of different kinds of meditation. I've tried transcendental meditation. I've tried it with mindfulness. I've tried loads of different kinds. I've been to a meditation and yoga trip in India for 17 days, which was wonderful, fantastic. And I've done retreats in Italy. I've done retreats in Holland, meditation and yoga retreats. And through all of them, I have learned a lot. What I think that we have to try and do ourselves, or what I've done with myself, is try to find what actually clicks you. We are all different, but each and every one of us can find those 20 minutes in the morning or 20 minutes in the evening to sort of self-reflect. There are some people who pray, there are some people who go to churches and to mosques or to all these sacred places. I don't. For whatever reason, I'm grown up in a certain way that I'm not going to all these places. They are fine, I love them. If they go, it's fantastic. I believe it's better a person who believes in something, God, universe, energy, karma, etc., than someone who doesn't. Because the people who do, they have some values, or they have something to look up to. If you don't have something or someone to look up to, then you don't love yourself. You have you don't have a set of values for which you stand for, because you just go with life, go to work, go home, make love, go parties, etc. And there is nothing taking you somewhere. Now, going back to my meditation, what I found out is that through meditation, you not only clear yourself and your mind with all the negative thoughts and negative information we get from everywhere. We get it from the media, we get it from friends, we get it from business partners, we get it from clients, we get it from everyone. Now, sometimes, yes, you have to listen to them because you have to be polite and you have to be there anyway for all these people. But listening and giving feedback to them at the time when it happens, and having all these thoughts and opinions in your mind for a long time, it's a completely different thing. I want to go home, meditate for my 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, in my car, wherever I can. If I feel tired, I don't go to sleep, I go to meditate. If I do it 20 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, that's fine. I've got my car parked now, my office is now at the center of Tirana. And right in front of me is probably the biggest hotel in Tirana, and it's a 5-star hotel. And that's where I park my car. It's Maritime Plaza. And where I park my car, it's on the -3 or -4. And sometimes when I need some peace and quiet, don't tell anyone, I go and meditate there. In my car. It's my space. No one comes to bother me there. No client, no friend, no colleague, no partner, no staff, no one can come there. There is no internet connection there. There are no phone waves there, so no one can bother me. So I try and relax myself, empty myself of everything, and then get ready for whatever comes along. And that's what I think meditation has done to me, and I think can do to everyone. Now, yes.
I love it. I love it. What you're saying there is so, so profound. I just will take back to what you said in the beginning. If you don't have those 10, 20, even 5 minutes for yourself, for your dream, for you to work on something what is important to you, how do you expect things to line up for you? How do you expect things to work out for you? So here, it is about taking those 5, 10, 15 minutes for yourself to calm your mind down.
Yeah.
And it's really, really powerful, because I just spent about 2 weeks in Cornwall, and I was walking a lot. I was taking my space, my time back to myself, and I was minimizing as much as possible my communication with the outside world, apart to work commitments, my lives and everything else, because I wanted to go deep into me, into my subconscious and my mindset. And I must say that it was so transformational. It was so challenging. It was so emotional at times, because when you are at this peace, this when answers are coming. This one inspiration is coming. This one the information is coming. So the power of meditation is incredible. And I love the comment here from Howard on YouTube. He says, we should try the 20Y challenge, Olga. Well, between you and me and everybody else who's watching us right now, we just completed that. So I know exactly what challenge you talk about, and it's really, really powerful. It's 21-day challenge, abundance challenge, which is really transformational because and it's free. The most interesting thing, it is free. All you have to do is just to find 10-15 minutes of your time a day to meditate for 21 days and do little tasks. An amount of people not willing to commit to this challenge is ridiculous. And I'm always thinking, if you can't find this amount of minutes in your day for your dream, why do you expect success to come to you? It will not come because you don't show the commitment. Simple as that. So that is remarkable. I love what you say. And I can see so many crossovers between what you learned, what I read. We even read the same books. That's not a surprise that we clicked so well at Tony Robbins seminar. God knows how long ago, 2 years ago?
Yes.
Probably, yeah. But actually, I have great news for you. So we have people from Perth, Western Australia. We have people from Brazil joining us. We have Iran watching us, USA, Kenya. We actually have international people joining us, including Narinder. I know he lives in Leeds because he's one of the regulars. He's always watching our shows, which is amazing. So I'm so happy to hear that your powerful, really inspirational and motivational message was heard globally today. How exciting is that? But I wonder, Eglent, is there anything else you would like to mention, to share with our dear audience who is watching us right now? How they can get more value from you, how they get in touch with you? Maybe there is, some really powerful message you would like to finish off this show.
Well, this morning I was in a TV show, in a national TV here in Albania, and they invited me to talk about how can you always manage to be happy and be smiley and say, I'm super fine, etc. And what I would like to share with everyone is that the most important thing each and every one of us should do is to love ourselves. I mean, yes, there are bad times. Yes, there are bad times gonna come. Yes, there might be better times. There will be better times, of course. But if we forget, in connection with meditation, to find some time for you to love yourself, to take care of your mind, to take care of your body, to go into events, into trainings, to actually, yes, I'm going to say, to brainwash yourself with good stuff. We brainwash ourselves with bad stuff all the time. Now, what's wrong with getting some good brainwashing? I mean, getting some very good information from good people with energy. Last night, we had a meditation. We are a group of people which we have a trainer, a coach who does live meditation, via Zoom. And it was a laughing meditation. And it was the end of 15 sessions of meditation, which we did every week on Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. And the guy, it was unbelievably wonderful when you had something more than 80 people laughing at the same time. And some of them said this is one of the best experience I've ever had. I mean, what's wrong with laughing? Laughing and laughing out loud. I mean, saying, ha 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 ha, yes, yes. At the end of the day, what you are going to do is you are going to get your endorphins, your energy level up, and your body is going to love you. And if we, each and every one of us, decides to love our body, ourselves, to love you, to love me, then other people are going to love us. We are going to be able to love our people, whoever they are, other people. I mean, our partners, our friends, our colleagues, each and every one of them. But if we don't find this 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour a day to self-love through doing things we love, meditate, reading the books we love, writing notes about our goals, where do you want to go, when do you want to do that, how do you want to do that, there is no way we are going to take ourselves to the next level and be successful. So this is a message which I would like everyone to get and implement in ourselves, in their life, in our lives. Because self-love is life-love. Self-love is life.
Love that. And this is so powerful message. And I think with that, it will be perfect to finish off this show. Well, Eglent, I so enjoyed having you. I know you're on social media. I think you're on Facebook, LinkedIn, and also Instagram, aren't you?
Yes, everywhere. Eglent is everywhere. I mean, unfortunately, most of the messages are in Albanian, but I'm doing some in English as well. Even on my YouTube channel, most of them are in Albanian, but I'll do some in English. Yes, I'll start doing it.
Wonderful. That's great. Thank you so much. So people can get in touch with you, learn from you, get motivated by you, because you actually share a lot of information. But actually, you know what? Even by listening and watching you and observing you, you're ready to get energized because you shine the energy. And the reason why you shine so much energy because you are in a good balance within your self-love, within your self-respect, and because you have done so much work on yourself. And that's why you are able to help, inspire, motivate others, and educate them. Because I believe what you said is very profound, but you can't give an apple if you don't have an apple. So let's today, all of us, work on our own apples in our own garden, so actually we can give more once we actually gave ourselves a little bit of that time, of that self-love, self-appreciation. Wow, Eglent, I must say I really enjoyed, even though I'm sitting right here on the floor at the airport. At least it's not raining or freezing or, snowing. But honestly, it was great talking to you. It was great having people joining us from all over the world. Thank you so very much for your time. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for the patience with actually connecting and joining because we had some issues in the beginning. But you are such a superstar. So thank you so much for being here. And everybody else who joined us today, thank you so much for being with us until the very end. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You are a superstar too, and a big superstar actually, because what you are doing with all these videos and all the social media everywhere, especially from the pandemic time till now, I think it's a super advantage to society. And I thank you for that. No, I really mean it. It's not just a compliment. You know, because I've told that to you on the phone, but I want to share it for everyone to know as well. There's a super added value. And I really am grateful that you exist, and I thank you very much for doing what you are doing.
Oh, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me, honestly. Don't make me emotional. But because, first of all, I really enjoy giving people value. I was really looking forward to share your wisdom, your knowledge, your inspiration with people. And also this with who I am. Unstoppable, right? Nothing can stop me. I mean, probably if I would die right now, I would not do this live, right? But I'm alive, right? So as long as I'm alive, I'm here and I'm doing that. And, if we would have more challenges, probably that wouldn't happen. But my belief is do it until you succeed. Yes. And if sometimes things don't work out, they just don't work out. But today, everything worked out, and that is amazing. So thank you so much for your kindness. I really appreciate that. So once more, everybody who was with us today, internationally, thank you so very much. Please be unstoppable. Please look after yourself and go after your dreams, because you only have one life and there's no rehearsal. It started now.